How's it going, guys? We are back with a video here, and this video is going to be on the best goalies to buy in hot November edition. I mean, if there's some really good goalies that come out this month, I'm down to make another one, but at this point, really not many good goalies out there, I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to kind of have a similar list to October when I made it, but not as many goalies that you'd think are really that unreal right now to use. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, and let's hop into it now. Particular order of this, but Ryan Miller, 83 overall, 6'2", 168. You wouldn't really think that he's going to be like an actual good goalie, but I've heard and seen a lot of people actually use him and say they enjoy him, which again, it surprises me for sure. Like I didn't think that he would actually be a good card, but he has been for a lot of people. So to me, Ryan Miller is definitely a guy I got to mention, and I'm very surprised that I am mentioning him. I really wouldn't think, especially with no abilities. Again, that's one thing, guys. If you guys haven't noticed, no one has abilities that are below 85, like special card wise, unless their base card has an ability, which is crazy. But anyway, Ryan Miller, 83 overall, 6'2", 168. He plays pretty well for most people. He's just a guy that I would consider for sure. Is he my number one choice? No, definitely not. There's gonna be one guy, I'm gonna say it in the video, who I think is still the best goalie, but Ryan Miller is a great goalie option for you guys. For about 1,000 coins, Aiden Hill. So what I really like about him is his size, 6'4", 215. I just wish these goalies had abilities. I really do, but unfortunately, he doesn't. Still a very good card, though. I know he's only an 81 overall, but trust me, guys, overall does not really matter that much, especially early on in the year, because no one really has crazy good shots on their cards. So I think Aiden Hill is a very, very good card here. 6'4", 215 pounds here. He's just a guy that I think you got to respect. I mean, you got to respect, and to me, you gotta try out. I mean, I do. I mean, he's played well in games before, in HUT games, like in NHL 23, 22. He's got that perfect size. Like I said, 6'4" to me is like the minimum you kind of want in a goalie for the most part. Yes, I know I mentioned Miller, who's 6'3", I understand. But Miller's kind of a unique one where he just, I don't know, for some reason plays well, right? I mean, you can't figure it out. Goalies, for the most part, all of them are pretty good this year, but then some of them are just, but then at times are really bad. So you can't make it up, guys. They're just kind of RNG goalies. So don't really worry too much about goalies. Just try to, I don't know, just find someone that you can really rely on, which I'm going to mention. I feel like every goalie in this list you can really justify using. So Aiden Hill, 6'4", 215. Give him a try, guys. Got Jake Ottinger at 6'5", 220. I mean, what a build. That is what you love to see. He's got silver dialed in, which honestly, especially this year, because so many shots are taken by people just trying to get ability, trying to get pressure active, I think this ability could be really good. I do. I think it could be a really good ability to have on Ottinger and to use. And I don't know. I think it's an underrated goalie ability right now because, again, I feel like I give up like at least like 25 shots a game. So, and that doesn't mean I'm playing bad defense. People just try to like shoot a lot to try to get pressure active, which is smart. I mean, it's certainly a smart thing to do. I can't deny that at all. But the thing is, you can have Ottinger's 84, or you could use his 85, you can afford it. And honestly, I'd probably recommend the 85 more, though, because his ability is better. He's got butterfly effect. That is unbelievable. 6'5", 220. Butterfly effect, to me, that and post-to-post are the best abilities to have on a goalie. So if you can find a way to get this 85, it costs more. It costs like 45K, which is a lot for a goalie. I'm not really a big believer in spending big on a goalie because, again, I feel like for the most part, just get a tall goalie. That's all that matters. Don't really try to overthink it too much. But I think Ottinger 85 is certainly, honestly, I'd say a top 3-1 I'd recommend just because of his ability alone, and he's got a high overall too. So, and the size. I mean, Ottinger, to me, he definitely checks off all the boxes you really want on a starting goalie, and especially right now, 85 overall, one of the best goalies in the game rating wise. I mean, there really aren't any. I mean, literally, there was no goalies in the prototype event, which is kind of crazy. And there was none in the headliner event as well, which is actually surprising. So there really hasn't been many like MSP goalies, or any, I should say. So we'll see. But Ottinger, for me, is a guy that I absolutely recommend to you guys, and think he's one of the better goalies you can pick up in the game right now. We got my goalie, Jacob Markstrom. I mean, look at those stats. This is my stats on Jacob Markstrom. He's unreal. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand how he's so good, but 6'6", 207. Yes, he lets in some stinkers sometimes, but what goalie doesn't? Let's be real. He has 169 wins and 65 losses. I mean, that is insane. The goals against is 2-1, 2-1-3, and 83 save percentage. Again, you'll take that in HUT. You'll take an 83 save percentage in Hut. I've always felt that way. You're not going to get a 920 save percentage in Hut. That's just not happening unless you just play unbelievable defense. But, I mean, and I don't, that's for sure. He certainly bails me out, actually. That's the thing. You want a goal that, like, is like, wow, I actually got a save I didn't deserve, right? That could change a game. You're in a 1-1 game, you know, 5 minutes left. He has an unbelievable cross crease save. Bang. You can come down the other end and score. That's what you really need from your goal. You just need those underrated saves to come and to kind of bail you out when you really maybe don't even deserve it, honestly. That's why I think Markstrom has always been the guy for me. Same thing as last year. 85 base Markstrom. Really good. This year, 82 Markstrom. Still really good. So I love Markstrom's card. And there's other Markstroms too. I mean, you can use the 83. I would say nothing crazy about that. I mean, if you can afford higher versions of Markstrom, go for it. I obviously can too, but I'm just a believer in whatever, it works, right? I'm not going to overthink it. 82 Markstrom works for me. This 84 Markstrom is going for around like 30k, it looks like, yeah. And again, no abilities though, so it's not like it's like a huge upgrade. If it had an ability and it was like post to post or butterfly effect, I'd be like, okay, I'll go after this Markstrom. But realistically, it's a couple overall difference. I mean, it's nice, but for me, the 82 Markstrom gets it done no matter what. Buck as well. I mentioned him, I believe, in a few other goalie videos, but 6'4", 216. He's got silver light work, a nice ability as well. Again, they got the height, great ability. Buck's an awesome one for sure. I absolutely would recommend him to you guys to try out if you don't like the other goalies that I mentioned. But 6'4", 216, the ability's there, 68 aggression, just... To me, Buck's always played well in game. He was a little bit dicey for me last year, but again, for the most part, all goalies are horrible in NHL 23 because there's just so many easy glitch goals. There are a lot of glitch goals right now in NHL 24, but I feel like for the most part, not as many players know how to do them, which is good. There's no quick wrap at least. I mean, there might be, but it's not to the point where it's so broken and you can't even defend it, right? But the last goal I want to mention here, guys, is 84 Thatcher Demko, 6'4", 192. No abilities on Demko here, but Thatcher Demko, he's another one that I've used many times, many years in Hut. Last year I was using him actually during... I'm on my no money spent team actually, and he was really solid. I believe he had an ability though last year on his base card, but that's still fine. Again, he's got that perfect height, 6'4" at least, and for me, he's just played well. I mean, he has played well. I see people use him. I see people have really great success with him. And actually, I gotta take it back. I forgot that Marc-Andre Fleury did get a Headliners MSP. I did forget about that. That is my fault. Yes, there has been an MSP goalie, not in the Pro Type event though, but. Yes, in the Headliners event. But yeah, Thatcher Demko, back to him, sorry. He's been good. I mean, he's been good. He's a good goaltender for sure. And I absolutely would recommend him to you guys as well. I mean, Flurry is good. I mean, he is good. I've actually played against him a few times, and he actually roused me a lot. He's got silver post-to-post, gold butterfly effect. I mean, great abilities, amazing abilities on Flurry. Goalies are tricky. I mean, he's 6'2", that's the only thing. He's 6'2", so you kind of worry about that, certainly. But, I mean, he's good. He's good. I really like Flurry. He's an unbelievable goalie. And like I said, I've played against him a few times, and I've gotten robbed many times against this goalie. So, yeah, his size is a little bit concerning. I probably wouldn't buy him for 95K. You'd be better off making him with just, like, collectibles, but... I mean, I don't know. It's tough. I like him, but his size concerns me. His abilities are awesome, though. So that's kind of the best goalies right now in November. Guys, thanks so much for watching the video today. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you have not already, and follow me on Twitch, Henreek. I'm live every single day. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Henreek with 3 E's. And join the Discord, talk to me, followers, and subscribers of the channel. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.